Hello and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to discuss few questions of AP Bio. So first we have this diagram represents a nucleic acid fragment that is made up of 4 nucleotides linked together in a chain. So by viewing this diagram, we have to answer few questions. Which of the following characteristics of the diagram best shows that the fragment is RNA and not DNA? The 5' to 3' orientation of the nucleotide chain, the identity of each nitrogenous base, the charges on the phosphate groups, the type of bond linking the nucleotides together. So the phosphate group, 5' to 3' orientation, and the type of bond linking the nucleotides together, it remains same whether it is RNA or DNA. What differs is RNA has a ribose sugar. As you can see here, it's a ribose sugar, whereas DNA has a 2' deoxyribose sugar. So this is the 2' position. At this position, if you have just H, then this is a deoxyribose sugar, that means DNA. So the answer will be B, identity of each nitrogenous base, because only RNA can have uracil, whereas of the nucleotides, rest of the nitrogenous bases remain same. Instead of uracil, DNA has thymine. A researcher measured the temperature at which 2 different samples of double-stranded DNA denatured. Sample 1 denatured at a significantly lower temperature than sample 2 did. Based on the data, the researcher claims that the DNA in sample 2 is composed of a higher percentage of guanine and cytosine than the DNA in sample 1 is. So which of the following best supports the researcher's claim? A option is the bonds between guanine and cytosine are covalent bonds, which are not actually, they are hydrogen bonds, which require more energy to disrupt than those between adenine and thymine. So GC as well as AT both have hydrogen bond. It's just that GC has 3 hydrogen bonds, whereas AT has 2 hydrogen bonds. Second is guanine cytosine pairs denature at a higher temperature because they have more hydrogen bonds between them than adenine thymine pairs do, which is correct. Because of one extra hydrogen bond in guanine and cytosine pair, it denatures at a higher temperature. Adenine thymine pairs require less energy to separate because adenine and thymine are both single ring bases. That is incorrect. Adenine and guanine both are purines and both are double ring bases. Guanine cytosine pairs require more energy to separate because one is purine and other is pyrimidine. So same goes for adenine and thymine also. So this is also not correct. Next, which of the following best describes the process by which gas from the atmosphere is obtained by plants and used to build lipids? So gas is directly obtained by plants as a part of carbon cycle, because lipids are made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. That's why. Whereas sulfur cycle, nitrogen cycle is not required. Magnesium cycle also not required. The most important component of lipid is carbon because it's an organic molecule. Next, which of the following best describes how amino acids affect the tertiary structure of a protein? The number of amino acids determine the tertiary structure of the protein, which is incorrect. The interactions of the different R groups with other R groups and with their environment determine the tertiary structure of the protein is correct. Because the tertiary structure, most of the interactions are between the R group. Hydrophobic interactions, ionic bond, covalent bond, and van der Waals forces all are between the R groups. The R group of the last amino acid that is added to a growing polypeptide chain determines the next amino acid that is added to the chain is incorrect. The sequence of the amino acids in the polypeptide chain determines the protein's primary structure but has no effect on its tertiary structure. So this is also incorrect. So primary structure of protein has only peptide bond between 2 amino acids. Secondary structure of protein has hydrogen bonding also, but the tertiary structure has multiple bonds due to R group of amino acids interacting with R group of other amino acids. So that's why B is correct. Fifth, which of the following is most directly responsible for water's unique properties? It contains oxygen atom, hydrogen bond atoms, ionic bond. So it is hydrogen bond. O and H form hydrogen bond.